Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another afternoon stream. My name is Greg, Olson Pilot. I'm a real-world A320 captain, bringing my love for aviation and flight simming together for all you wonderful people out there. How is everyone doing this afternoon? I I noticed right before I went live, I'm sitting here, and we're gonna be in the United Heritage livery here, the Friend Ship livery. Absolutely gorgeous livery. But I noticed as I was sitting here that this airplane could use a little bit of a repaint. Definitely could use a little bit of a repaint. But you know what? That is so Airbus. Whoever did this livery, chef's kiss right there. That is. You see so much paint missing from an Airbus right just above the windows. Everywhere else, yeah, the radome, hit or miss there, but always for some reason right above the windows is where you're missing the paint. And it looks like they got the different panels from, I'm assuming, maintenance coming in, accessing stuff, putting stuff back together. I mean, it's all pretty much composite anyway, so they just take what they have in the shop, put it on the airplane, send it back out. If they have the time to take it to the shop to repaint it, they will. Which is why you get panels that look like this. The little dark gray panel there didn't quite match the rest. Good job, whoever did this livery. Absolutely stunning recreation of the United Airlines Friend Ship livery. We're going to be taking this beautiful bird from Toronto all the way down to Chicago this afternoon. And then for my final stream for the week, we will be doing another United Ops from Chicago down to Indianapolis in the A319. So we're in the 320 this afternoon. This evening we'll be in the 319. A little equipment change once we get to Chicago there. I mean, they even got the paint on top of the wing just absolutely perfect. I love how Airbus has like 3 or 4 different colors the wing can be. Absolutely amazing. Alright, enough staring at this beautiful bird here. Let's go ahead and hop on into the flight deck and get everything going. As you can see, we are parked at stand 155. Get the airplane on the ground power. So just need to go through and do our quick origination flow here. We're gonna check, make sure we have engine oil. We do. Good. Looks like maintenance did their thing and topped off the aircraft overnight. Hydraulics also are looking good. Status messages appear to be normal, and we have oxygen in the oxygen bottles there. We'll come on a round back and check the captain's life vest, the captain's escape rope. The overhead circuit breakers are in. They do appear to be so. The first officer's escape rope and the first officer's life vest. We'll check the fire extinguisher, make sure the needle's in the green. Get our portable breathing equipment. We want to make sure that we have a blue dot on there. That ensures that the seal hasn't been broken. Life vests underneath each occupant's seat. And our gear pins are stowed. Does this have the crush axe? Yep, we get the crush axe right there. Cool. Once that's all completed, we can head back into our seat, where we'll start on the overhead panel. Well, before we get that started, let's go ahead and begin the initial boarding process, mass and balance. Let's see. Load aircraft 23 minutes. That sounds good. So we'll begin loading of the aircraft. We'll start up on the overhead panel. We'll align IR1, IR2, IR3. We'll get those aligning. Everything else looks good on the flight control and evac command panel there. GPWS panel, we have the fault on terrain, that's normal. The CVR, we'll go ahead and turn on the CVR and test it. There we go. Got a little tone for positive test there. Oxygen panel looks okay, and our call panel looks good there. Wipers are off. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, I still haven't set up the view for this. Hold up. Alrighty, let's go ahead and I'll just go ahead and set this view up. I'm surprised I really haven't set this view up for every airplane. Maybe this is something new that I'm doing. There we go. Do I want to go more forward or more backwards? Which one? More backwards, I guess. And more down. Yeah, there we go. That looks good there. We'll go ahead and save that view. And I'll do the same thing with the center pedestal here. We'll go over, look down. Looks good to me. Alrighty, and we can save this view as well. Alrighty. So for our final, our fire test, we'll test engine 1. We got the 2 bottles and the light, the CYYZ master caution, the upper E cam and the lower E cam changes to the engine page. That looks good. APU fire test, so we want the agent lights to light up. We want the push button to also light up. CRC, master warning. We get the E cam and the lower E cam shows the APU page, so that looks good. Engine 2 will look just like engine 1. Agents 1 and 2, the lights all light up there. So does the push button CRC. Master warning, and we get the upper E cam. Lower E cam changes to the engine page, and we get the red fire light behind the engine selector, the engine master there. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. Batteries 1 and 2 can go off. We will select the electrical page. Turn batteries 1 and 2 back on. There we go. Looking for 60 amps, decreasing. That actually looks good. And that's actually a really solid pass right there. Excellent. Air conditioning, let's see, air conditioning panel, everything looks good there. We'll come down to the anti-ice panel. Everything should be extinguished. Pressurization, we want an auto, everything else extinguished. The external lights we have set today is an even day. So we'll go to 2 on our nav logo there. Everything else looks good. Seatbelt signs off for now. No smoking is on. We'll arm the emergency lights. Let's go ahead and get the APU on. We already did the fire test, so let's just go ahead and turn on the APU. We don't have to worry about that later when we're ready to turn that on. On the observer's ACP, we want the PA to be out and to the 3 o'clock position. The RMP is operable. Flight control panel looks good. Cargo vent looks good. Cargo smoke, everything's extinguished. We got the guarded switches for fire bottles there. The ventilation panels, everything's extinguished. And the engine panel, everything is guarded and extinguished with the windshield wipers off. Excellent. Coming down to the glare shield from left to right. We want all of our push buttons to be extinguished there. We want flight director on. Constraints, we need arc 10 miles, that's good. VOR, we can leave these in the middle there, we can leave those off. We want to be in speed, heading, vertical speed with digits displayed in all the windows, and all the push buttons are off there. Same thing on the first officer's EFIS panel. We want to be in constraint, flight directors on, 10-mile arc, and on the first officer's glare shield there, we want all the push buttons to be extinguished. Coming down to the main instrument panel on the captain side, we're going to adjust the display brightness as we see fit. We need the PFD on the outside, the ND on the inside. We have the standby attitude indicator aligned. We have the upper ECAM display, lower ECAM display in the correct orientation. Brake fans are off. Landing gear down 3 green. The date and time appear to be correct. The landing gear is down with no red arrow there. We want the ND to be on the inside, the PFD to be on the outside, and we'll adjust the brightness however we see fit there. Excellent. Coming down to the center pedestal. The McDo looks like it is. We got 2527. That's correct. We got A320-200, 2527. That all looks correct with the correct database. Let's go ahead to the initialization page to get that going. The RMP is set. No one's online. We're on VATSIM. No one's online. We got 22.8 in there. That sounds good. The ACP is set. We have the internal lighting the way we want it set. The radar doesn't work and the PWS is off. Coming down to the middle of the center pedestal, we're going to hit recall, hold it for a few seconds, and we should get normal. Excellent. Hit clear. That should clear it out. The trim wheel should be at 0. Thrust levers are at idle. The engine master is off. Mode selector is in normal. Speed brake disarms, flaps are up, and we get something displayed here. Usually when the rudder's displaced, it will show how much is displaced there. Nothing we can really do about that since there's no hydraulic power. Then the gravity gear extension is stowed on the first officer side. Same thing as the captain side. We're checking that the database is current. We got the radar plane loaded in, and that the McDo is operational. Same thing with the RMP. That all looks good. I'll put you on the #1 radio. His ACP looks like it's all good and set up. We'll go ahead and turn you on, and we'll put 2000 in there since no one's online. We'll turn you to all, and that will be that. Lastly, we can do a brake check. So what I'll do is we will look at the accumulator here, press both brakes, release the parking brake. You see we go down to 1000. I release the left brake. It should go down and back up. Right brake goes down and back up. Excellent. We'll set the parking brake. And we can go ahead and get to working on our flight plan. So if I go over here into SimBrief and bring up our flight plan, we're going to be United Airlines UAL 3318. There we go. We're going to be doing a cost index of 15 this afternoon. Excellent. Cruising altitude will be flight level 320 with a deviation of plus 7. So that's going to be 34. The current outside air temperature, let's see. What are they showing up in Montreal? Is 23 degrees. Not Montreal, Toronto. Sorry, Montreal was last night. There we go. 23 degrees. Excellent. We have no alternate today. It's very nice down there in Chicago. I'll go ahead and enter 0 for a route reserve. Don't really need anything like that. Our estimated zero fuel weight is 129.1, 129.1 with, let's see, do we have a company message? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and check that so we can get our initial CG here. Received messages, load sheet. We will accept that. And we're looking at 30.8, so I'll go ahead and put 30.8 in there. Excellent. Our block fuel should be 16.9 when it's all said and done. 16.9. Excellent. Alrighty, nav accuracy upgrade, GPS primary, that is all good. We'll go into the flight plan page. Out of Toronto, it looks like they're going to be using 33 right. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. 338. It's the GoPup? Is that what it's called? The GoPup departure? If I can find that. Yep, there we go. GoPup 4. And it's going to be the hockey transition. Hockey slap. Haha, that's cool. Alrighty. You Canucks. Alrighty, so we got 3-3 right. Okay, that looks good. Looks like what the chart looks like there. And in Chicago, let's see what they have. What's going on in Chicago there? ADAs. We got real world ADAs. That's about it. They're going eastbound. So since we're coming in from the north, why don't we call it 9 left for now? Because it's going to be either 9 left or 9 center. Oh, they don't use 9 center. Yeah, 9 center, 10 center, 10 right. Okay, so 9 center it is. So we'll call it 9 center on the windy arrival. 9 center, the windy, yeah, windy. There it is, all the way down there. 2 with the Flint transition, and there's probably not going to be an airport vias for 9 center. That's just an assumption. Let's see here. Yeah, no, we don't need any airport vias. I mean, where's Gibbons? No. No via. So we'll put no via in there because we don't need one. Excellent. And that will be that. We'll go back to the initialization page. We'll check the winds and uplink those. Go back to our performance page. We'll take it straight from SimBrief. It's going to be a V1 of 134. We can clear the winds uplink. Thank you. VR of 134. And a V2 of 137, and a flex of 58. We'll be doing flaps 2, and we're at 28.9%, which is probably right around 0. So we'll go flaps 2 and we'll call it down 0.0. There we go. Next. And we'll do 290 an hour descent. I don't think there's the arrival for the windy doesn't have any restrictions. Nope, it does not. That's very interesting. Alrighty, we'll have to plan our descent. I'll probably just put like Kirk at like 6,210 knots or something like that, so we can get some good descent planning going on there. We'll copy our active and go ahead and verify our route here. So we'll ask if anyone has any questions about any threats for our departure today. No, it seems like it's going to be a pretty standard departure here out of Montreal. We will be taxiing out to runway 33 right. It's going to be quick, so we'll push back, start both engines. We'll do our flight control before takeoff checklist, and then we'll just taxi right on out. Probably Alpha Lima and what is this? Bravo. Yeah, Bravo down to the end where Delta intersection is. When we do get down there, plan on a flaps 2 flex standard reject considerations. If we do go airborne, we'll proceed straight ahead to about 4,000 feet. And clean her up, make a right-hand traffic pattern more than likely to either 2-3 or 3-3 right. 3-3 right gives us the best headwind. So 3-3 right is our best option there. Otherwise, we'll proceed on out via the GoPup, which is a 327 heading to 2100 feet, then a 340 heading. We'll get radar vectors to T-Todd, Tulik, then GoPup, then MDEX, then Tag'em, then Hockey. From there, we'll proceed direct to Flint. Flint is going to be the transition on the windy to arrival. Our flight plan is showing in the box here 421 miles, and SimBrief has 426 miles. That is close enough for me. Any questions, comments, or concerns? No questions about our briefing. Excellent. Let's see. IRs are in alignment. The recorder ground control is on. We'll go ahead and turn on terrain on ND, get you going back in that 10 mile or the arc mode. There. Our parking brake is on and checked. That looks good. My ACP is set, RMP is set. Let's go ahead and check our position here against what the airport says. The airport is showing 40.6. We got 43, 40.8, good enough, and we are 079 at 37.8, 079, 36.8. So good enough for me. So that sounds reasonable. We'll go ahead and put you on that page. Actually, we'll put you both on performance page. Yeah, we'll set you up like that. ND looks good. Heading matches what we should be doing. And our waypoints look like they are going out in the correct direction. The PFD, we get V1, V2, climate nav are blue, flight directors 1 and 2. And lastly, we will go ahead and test our oxygen. Righty then. Now all we're doing is waiting for the rest of the passengers to get on board. While we do that, are we done refueling? Yep, we are done refueling. So I will go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and turn off the external power. We can turn on the APU bleed air. The fasten seatbelt sign can come on. We'll check our fuel. They are balanced. Pumps are on that should be on. Hydraulics still look good. Pressurization, auto landing elevation looks good, and our engine oil looks good there. Excellent. In the meantime, while we wait for the passengers to finish boarding up, we can go ahead and we'll make a announcement to our passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from the flight deck. This is your captain, Grey Eagle, speaking on behalf of myself, my co-captain, and our 3 wonderful flight attendants in the back. I'd like to welcome you aboard United Airlines Flight 3318, service down to Chicago O'Hare. You'll be underway here in just a few more minutes. Once we're airborne, looking at 1 hour and 7 minutes of flying time. We'll be cruising along at an altitude of 32,000 feet, anticipating a mostly smooth ride along our route of flight today. So I'll try to get that fasten seatbelt sign off as soon as I can once we level off and cruise. The current weather in Chicago, winds are out of the south at 5 miles an hour, 10 miles visibility, mostly clear skies, temperatures right around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll update you as we get closer. In the meantime, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Excellent. So that is done. We're just waiting on our people to finish boarding. We can do it before start. Checklist, recorder, ground control, on, AML, and flight forms on board, reviewed, aircraft 475. Fuel quantity. Let's see, we need 69 required. We have 69 on board. Takeoff performance. We have 134, 134, 137 with a flex 58. Oxygen checked. Seatbelt sign is on. ECAM checked. Park brake is on and checked. MCDU set. Altimeters 3024. Departure briefing is reviewed before start checklist is complete. Alrighty then. Let's see. Let me pull the most current weather. It's always slightly behind here since it's just an METAR. It's 22. 20, 30, 22. So once, twice, and thrice. Since no one is online, we can go ahead and take it on up to our cruising out to 232,000 feet. Go ahead and select that in there. Excellent, 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 excellent. There we go. Waiting on our final passenger. Just one passenger. Excellent. That is all said and done. We can go ahead and pull all the things. There we go. And let's go ahead and call for our pushback, manual pushback. Here comes our tug. Go ahead and get the beacon light on. We have a company message. Let's see what that message is all about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 all armed up and ready to go. We'll see you in Chicago. Alrighty. What is this message all about? AOC menu, received messages, load. The final issue 129.1. That looks good. And 30 point. Okay, so it's loaded exactly how they planned on it. Alrighty, excellent. So we'll put that there, and we will put you here. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Excellent. Um, alrighty, we are ready to rock and roll. Were we 155? I think I said we were. Yeah, 155. Toronto traffic, United 3318 is pushing back off of stand 155, Toronto traffic. Alrighty, so, go back here, bring you up. Alright. Ground to flight deck, go ahead, ground. Flight check is complete. Nozzle steering disengaged with bypass pin inserted. Standing by for brake release, ready to push out. Alrighty, brakes are released. We're clear for pushback. So let's start going backwards. Oh, I saw someone else pushing back earlier, and it looks like what they do is they literally just push you back to like this like drop bar here. See if I can do that. We'll just push back exactly to the drop bar. And then I think you like make your U-turn around the dash line there to go out. I think that's how that goes. Or push back. Let's go ahead and get an engine started since we got the IAEs. Takes a little bit longer for them to start up. Excellent. Bring the volume up there for you guys. Something like that. Excellent. The bricks. Brakes say clear to disconnect the interphone. Y'all have a great day. Have a safe flight. Air being cleared, disconnecting the interphone. Excellent. Alrighty. Bring the volumes back down. We'll head on up to the front of the airplane where we have two good engine starts. Excellent, and I have a salute, so we'll go flaps 2. Excellent. After start checklist, engine ties. We do not need status is checked and the rotor trim is 0. After start checklist is complete, let's go ahead and do the flight controls here since it's a very short taxi. And also, go ahead and hack the clock. There we go. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Yeah. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Go ahead and get rid of you. Go ahead and go max on the auto brakes. Trim looks like it's set. We'll go ahead and put you on auto. And let's go ahead and test our takeoff config. Excellent, we're just waiting on the cabin. No problem, we have plenty of time. We gotta get the engines warmed up anyway. So, let's go ahead and do a before takeoff checklist. So, flaps. We have 2 planned in our box, 2 indicated on the screen there. Takeoff data and speeds are checked. Our weight is at 145.8, and we were planning on 147.5, so we're well below our assumed weight. Stab trim is 28.8%. Flight controls checked. Decam memo. Takeoff. Cabin blue. Before takeoff checklist is to the line. Excellent. Alrighty. So, we are clear on the left. We are clear on the right. Let's go ahead and call for taxi. First of all, where am I going? Said Alpha Lima. We'll go out Alpha Lima and Bravo to runway 33 right. Excellent. Alright, that's what we'll plan on then. Toronto traffic. The United 3318 is taxiing from stand 155 to 33 right via Alpha Lima Tango, or Alpha Lima and Bravo Delta for Toronto traffic. I'm pretty sure I am transmitting. Yep, I am. Cool. Cool. Multi zone. We're clear. Yep, we're clear all the way around. So how I think they do it is they taxi along this like little dotted line and keep going. So we'll try to do the same thing. Alrighty, brakes release. Here we go. 320 just already starts going. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We only got 2 more minutes on the engines. That's good. So when we come around, we'll go down Alpha Lima. And then we'll come back, we'll go out at Alpha Lima, which is somewhere just in front of us. I think it's slightly to the left there. Alrighty, the cabin's ready for departure. Less than a minute on the engines. Looks good. Alrighty. So Alpha Lima is just off to our left, and then Bravo is the second taxiway. The first taxiway would be Alpha, Bravo will be the second taxiway. Yeah, you can definitely tell we're going uphill. You can like see the scenery going uphill. Want a little bit of power before we come to a stop. There we go. Excellent. The engines are definitely warmed up now. We can go ahead and get rid of that clock, and we can go below the line runway and FMS runway 33 right in the box on the screen out the window checked. Minimum takeoff fuel 15.4 is required. We have 16.6 on board. Flight attendants. Ooh, here we go. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. Notified engine mode norm and the TCAS, TARA before takeoff checklist is complete. We'll turn right here on Delta. Which I think is the second in this group of taxiways here. The third one would be Charlie. We don't want to go all the way down to Charlie. Excellent. Final appears to be clear. The runway appears to be clear. I didn't see anyone taking off. So, Toronto traffic, United 3318 is departing runway 33 right on the GoPup 4 departure. Toronto traffic. Alrighty. So we will go ahead and take the runway here. Let the flight attendants know we're taking the runway. All lights on. Here comes the volume. Enjoy this departure out of Toronto. Flex thrust set. $80 checked. V1 rotate. Positive rate, 0. Alright, that V2 is not a correct V2 speed. Thank you very much, some brief. That's alright. We'll hang out just below the command bars there. There we go. I'll turn the autopilot on at this time. Now we're gonna accelerate, hit this turn, and then let's listen to the climb. Oh, didn't get. Oh, we were so derated, you didn't even get the change when it came back to climb. All right, flaps 1. Alrighty, let's get the flap retraction. Flaps up after takeoff checklist. Beautiful. Go ahead and get you down. Alright, after takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, no lights. Flaps are up. Pressurization is pressurizing after takeoff checklist is complete. Excellent. Let's just go ahead and go on out to where is it? Tetod? We go Tetod. Tetod. However you say that. How does that look? That looks good. Fun. Bring the volume back down to a more reasonable level. There we go. That should be more like it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Welcome back to the flight deck. Toronto is just such a massive, sprawling city. It's like all suburb. Like you do have like obviously the major downtown area, but then it's like suburb. Like literally everywhere is a suburb. Suburb out there. Suburb down here, down there. Suburbs. And then as we head, so you got, where's downtown? I think downtown is like somewhere back there. You can see it. The building just poking up above that thin cloud, fog layer there. And then you got farmland. That almost looks like a grass strip right there. Love the red, white, and blue of the Friend Ship livery. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's see, we are through 11,000 feet, that's excellent. So we'll go ahead and turn you off, and you off. We'll ding the flight attendants, let them know we are out of sterile. Looks like this, you got us climbing out at a pretty decent speed there. Yeah, we'll put you all the way out to 320 nautical miles. Get the visors coming down. There we go. That's the way. I like it. wonder if we'll be able to see the lake off of our left-hand side here. Yep, a little bit of it. Man, I tell you, like, this VATSIM radar is actually really neat. I gotta start using that a lot more now that I know it exists. Should definitely consider using it now to see who's parked at what gates before I actually log on. Let's see, we are at transition altitude. What is the altimeter real world in Chicago is a 3029er, so we'll pre-select that on here. 3029. Set once, go that way. Set twice, and set thrice. There we go. Excellent, excellent chat, excellent. We got what I can see as the beautiful lake. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna look so dumb. Is that Huron? That's Superior, Michigan. I think that's Huron. Because Ontario's behind us. Erie's to the left of us. So I know Ontario, Erie, and Superior by sight. But for some reason, yeah, Lake Michigan. So that's Huron. Okay, sweet deal. That's like stuff about, U.S. geography that no one really ever teaches you should how to remember things, right? So, like, of course, in grade school you had to learn about the Great Lakes or whatever. You got the five Great Lakes, one, two, three, four, five. I don't know if you can consider Salt Lake a Great Lake. It's great, but it's not nearly as big as these lakes here. And of course, you got some other ones up in Canada where it's like there's a lake and then an island and then a lake and then an island. It's like lake island inception up there. Um, but you got Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario, right? So I mean, you just gotta had to know which one was which. But it makes it easier when Superior is obviously further north than all of them. Superior than all of them. Ontario, Lake Ontario, Ontario, Canada. Lake Erie, Pennsylvania. Where is Erie, Pennsylvania? I know that's not it. There it is. Erie, Pennsylvania, right there. So, Erie, Pennsylvania, Lake Erie. Ontario, Canada, on Lake Ontario. And then Michigan goes all the way up and down the Michigan coast, and then the UP up there. So that defines Lake Michigan, and then you got Huron on the other side. And then, yep, like I said, Superior. I never actually put that together until I was today years old. That, like, you can just figure it out based on the geography of the lake. Random me trying to spat out U.S. geography that I'm absolutely terrible at. You'd think as a pilot that, U.S. geography would be the one thing I'm super good at. Flew, with a, ooh, I need to turn my lights off. And we can turn the seatbelt sign off too. Off. There we go. Excellent. Flew with a captain a long time ago. We were flying out west somewhere. And, flight attendant calls up. He's like, "Hey, someone wants to know, like, what's the name of that lake we just flew over?" And it was like a small lake, not even on a map, not on any of our maps. It was just some small lake that we just flew over. And Captain, without missing a beat, goes, "Oh, that's Bear." She goes, "Okay, thank you." And I turn to the captain. I go, "How did you know it was Bear Lake?" He said, "Oh, I didn't know it was Bear Lake, but if you never know, just say it's whatever it is. Just say it's Bear. Bear Lake, Bear River, Bear Mountain." So I actually kept that little nugget of information. I mean, fortunately, you don't really get people that want to know where you're at all the time. And you don't get people that want to know the name of every single river you fly over. Although with the iPads that we have nowadays and the Gypsum maps, they're actually so good that if you zoom in, you can eventually find the name of whatever lake or reservoir or river that you're flying over. So that's actually really good in that aspect. Havelock, hi. How you doing, Havelock? Welcome to this afternoon stream. Glad you could join up. How are you doing today? That literally is a screenshot in and of itself. It is insane how clear the weather is right now. I'll do one more screenshot. We must have leveled off in our cruise altitude. Good to hear that, Havelock. Good to hear that. We just leveled off here at our cruising altitude, 32,000 feet. This afternoon, we'll go ahead and bump you up to 7. We'll call it 7.9 since we can. And I think let's go ahead and on the windy arrival there, let's make ourselves beam the field at 6,000 feet. Because what's the touchdown zone elevation there? It is 600 feet. And let's see. Mule is at 6,000 feet. Alrighty. So we'll put in Kirk at 6,210 knots. How about that? So let's go into here since this doesn't have. So if you look on the arrival here, there literally are no restrictions on the arrival. So to give, it's all controller guided descents. So since we don't have controllers online, what I'll just do is I'll put in a beam the airport. So that's Kirk I want to do. So we got Kirk. I like selecting the vertical revision just because I like seeing the page a little bit better. So we'll go 6,000 and we'll do 210 knots there. Excellent. So that will give us some sort of vertical guidance on the way down so that we'll have better descent arrival planning there. Well, I have this up. We can go ahead and verify our arrival. Sprisk, how you doing this afternoon? Glad you came back, Sprisk. Howdy. Been listening in the background. Glad you've been listening in the background. It's mostly just me talking to myself, telling stories to crack myself up. And trust me, I do crack myself up sometimes. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and go to plan mode. We'll bring us all the way down to 10 nautical miles on the range. That's still the Sid there. There's Flint. Alright, so we got Flint. I think Flint is well known for like their high quality water there. Right? I'm pretty sure they're well known for the high quality water. Definitely a great place to go get your bottled water from. They should definitely start a bottling company. Alrighty, we got Flint, then Emma, then Latour, then Victory, then Ditka, Walter, River. These are all, I think these are all football players, or for, you know, I think Ditka was the coach and these were the players, right? Right? I think I'm right. River, Peyton, then Wendy, Fire, Ernie, Happy, Tubez, a Vulcan. Yeah, that looks like Vulcan. And then Kirk. I got Kirk at 6,210 knots. That's just a me thing. And then we got Bam. Looks fun. Alrighty, so then we'll do a visual. We'll back it up with the ILS runway 9er center. That's going to be chart 21-3 dated 9 June 2023. Let's see, 111.9er is the frequency. Yep, 111.9er. CYYZ, that looks good. 094 is the final approach course, 3-degree glide slope. Let's see. Easel, I assume that's how you would say that, is 2,300 feet. We'll descend down to minimums. We'll just do a Cat 1. 873. I'll put that in a minute. With a touchdown zone of 673, and the MSA around the airport is going to be 3,400 feet. That's all the way around the airport there. Our configuration will be full flaps, low auto brakes. If we do go miss, plan on a climb to 1200, then a climbing left-hand turn to 4000 on a 037 heading. And the Northbrook VOR 097 outbound to Deer. And we will hold there. So if we check that, yeah, that looks super duper complicated, but it's in the box and has been verified. So we're making our backwards Z. Let's go KORD09C. There we go. We'll plop that on in. Excellent. Performance approach page. So let's go ahead and get some performance in there. Currently, as of 12 minutes ago, 200 at 4. Why are they using runway 9? Okay, so that is a tailwind. So we'll go ahead and calculate that with a tailwind. 0 at 4. The temperature, 23 degrees, and not so bad. And then our altimeter is going to be 3028. 3028, I'll set it in the box. We'll bring you down once, set once, set twice, and set thrice. There we go. And our minimums are going to be 873. Now, as I said that earlier, so we'll put 873 into our barrel field there. We'll stay at flaps full, so that's good. Our arrival has been verified. Briefing is complete. I'll go ahead and throw the LS push buttons on because why not? It literally doesn't hurt us to do that. It's literally free. Helps us with our descent planning. Wow. We can go quite a ways before we need to begin a descent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You know, Spursky, I was thinking about last night, and I'm like, you know, like those guys that you end up, you know, giving those 6 lessons to, they go on to fly all types of crazy stuff. I've flown with at least 2 people now that flew F-18s in the Navy, which is like super cool. One of them went to Top Gun, so like Top Gun 2, how they had the F-18. I mean, he wasn't one of the guys that flew in the movie, but he went to Top Gun in the F-18. And so I was learning from him that when it's almost like choosing a career path. So I don't know if anyone knows, but on Netflix there is a documentary on the Blue Angels. I highly recommend you guys see it. If you all love aviation, if you've seen Top Gun 2, alright, Top Gun 2, that's Hollywood. Alright, that's all, you know, CGI, mostly CGI, but it's all Hollywood and all acting and stuff like that. The documentary on Netflix on the Blue Angels is really, really good. And the crazy part is, both of the guys I flew with, the flew F-18s, knew the #1 Blue Angel that's in that documentary. So the boss, or they call his call sign was Cheese. They both knew Cheese from back when they were flying together in the unit or just like going to one of the schools. And I found out it's almost like a career path you have to choose for yourself. So, you know, obviously not just anyone can go to Top Gun school and not just anyone can be a Blue Angel. I mean, yes, they do rotate them out every few years, but it's not like something that everyone gets to do. And so if you get selected for Top Gun, you cannot be a Blue Angel. And if you are a Blue Angel, you cannot go to Top Gun. I don't know why. That's like some crazy rule about that, but you cannot do it unless you're the air boss. Um, then, if you, that's the only way you can go from Top Gun to Blue Angel is if you're the air boss, and I think you have to be like pretty high up in the command chain in order to like switch over between either one or both of them, or in order to do both of them. So I thought that was like a kind of a cool little thing to know. Like you either go to Top Gun or you go be a Blue Angel. Or you just, I mean, you're just your regular average Joe flying around in your F-18 over the Mediterranean. Who knows, you know? Alrighty, let me see if well, I know since we're heading back into the US, I definitely know Chicago is online? No. Why is Chicago ATIS online, but there's nothing? I mean, Memphis Center is nowhere near Chicago. That's so weird. Well, the Chicago ATIS is online, but that's about it. That's super weird. Alrighty. So, with that, let's see what the CTAF is. First, I'll pull the ATIS here, and then we'll do dot CTAF Chicago 2075. Let's go ahead and pre-select 2075, shall we? Oh, come on. There we go. 2075. Muy bien. There is beautiful Flint, Michigan, right down there. I don't know what highway this is, but it's a pretty major east-west highway we're right over. Let's see. Oh, of course. The Navigraph isn't going to have the highway's name. Come on, Navigraph, up your game. Our Jepson charts will actually have the highways named out. This one looks like a pretty major east-west one. Goes from Flint. If we look, there's Flint down there. Cool. You got this major east-west highway. I think this is the east-west highway we're looking at here. That we're literally turning a corner right over it. See, when people say I fly IFR, you really do follow roads. Like, look at that. We're just... If you see the highway, just follow this till you get to Flint, turn right where it turns right, and you keep going. This is another major east-west highway. Looks like it goes through DuPont. I have no clue. Some smaller cities. And then, what is this? Is this area north of Detroit? Yeah, it's an area north of Detroit, where it goes right into Canada, and it just keeps going east. The highway just doesn't end. Alright, I won't follow it. And it doesn't go all the way back into the... It goes into Canada and then back into the U.S. on the Buffalo side. Ha! Man. Flying is literally just a faster way of driving. That's all we do. We literally follow... You can see how we're pretty much perfectly paralleling this road. At least for now. That is we're perfectly parallel. Bro. Look at that. I'm VFR flying at 32,000 feet. That's what I'm doing. That's the beauty about flying. Especially on a beautiful day like today. Beautiful day like today. You know, just doesn't beat it. I do have the live weather on. Yeah, I do. This is real life right now. It is an amazing day to be outside flying. During summer, you'll see them practice when flying in the area. It's cool when you're on a final enter runway 8 in the Pensacola International and seeing them practice. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool when you can like see them. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up. Oops, nope, I did not mean to do that. Let's bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up and block the screen yet once again. So Pensacola somewhere down here. Doop, 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 doop. All right, there's Pensacola, and then I guess it's runway 8. So I guess when they come in, does Pensacola have their arrestor cables? I don't know if you're familiar with the local area down there, Sprisk, but I want to say if they're practicing, they might have to have their arrestor cables there to grab onto to catch. So, because I mean, all airplanes have the tail hooks, but do they practice with their arrestor cables or what? I'm not too sure. I am very unsure of that. Yeah, but I imagine they like blast off of wherever they are. Here, or where's the Naval Air Station at? There has to be a Naval Air Station somewhere nearby. Um, I know they have this one in Fort Walton Beach. Destin, Fort Walton Beach. Yeah, huge airbase right there. Vacation there a few years ago. There's Destin. We were on the beach here in Destin, and it was so cool because you're on the beach and you can see right where the warning area starts. It's pretty close to the beach, and it's ground to unlimited. You see that, right? Ground to unlimited is the warning area, and you just see F-35s just screaming by, doing whatever it is that they're doing right just inside the warning area there. Super cool to see. Super cool to see. If they get close to you at times, pictures don't do justice of how cool it was to see them. International does not have a Naval Air Station. Pensacola does. Okay, so okay, I was looking at international. So okay, there's no okay. So it's Sherman, Naval Air Station Sherman. Okay, there it is. Cool. Alrighty, 2 parallel runways there. Alright, so the arrestor cables are here at the Naval Air Station, but you're saying sometimes they'll practice approaches here in the Pensacola and they'll like come down low over the highway. This is all like obviously like city here. Look at all that city. So there's the Naval Air Station. This is where they blast off out of. Ground to 4,200 feet, and then 14 to 4,200 feet. Then that's classy out here. So they probably literally blast off, hook, right-hand turn, come out over to the warning area, and have their fun, and then fly right back in. So it is really cool seeing the F-35s blast off out of there. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. You don't see F-35s a lot. But they are out there. You know, flying around with a variety, obviously a large variety of different people with different backgrounds and stuff like that. Flew with one guy that was an F-35 guy. That was pretty interesting. Got to ask him, and this was like like a few weeks after the F-35 that the pilot ejected out of, and they couldn't find where the airplane was. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but somewhere in South Carolina, one of the pilots ejected out of their F-35, and they lost the airplane. They didn't know where it went after he ejected out of it. So there was this like massive manhunt to find an airplane. And I was joking around. I'm like, is it finders keepers? Because if it is, I would be hunting that airplane down so hard. But they eventually found it. Someone reported it like crash landed in a field somewhere. No ADC required. Excellent. Sweet deal. And so that was like the perfect opportunity to like ask him like, how do you lose an airplane? And I mean, we had time in cruise, so he told the whole story. But the long and the short of it is, the F-35. So they In this case, his transponder was like inoperative, which is fine. It's whatever. Um, and they usually, especially when they're overseas, don't operate with their transponders on anyway because they don't want people seeing where they are. I guess some people got in trouble flying where they shouldn't have been flying, and they didn't realize that they had left their transponder on. So overseas, transponder is always off. Um, and so his transponder was inoperative, whatever. Which is fine. It's not like a no-go item. So he was saying that in the F-35, like most modern airplanes, it's all digital, all fly-by-wire, all everything. And for any fighter jet to be highly maneuverable, it has to be highly unstable. So that's why you have all the flight computers to like control everything all the time. Well, it's like if you lose a certain sequence of flight computers, it's an auto. It's you don't even think about it. You pull the plug and you get out of that airplane because it's a matter of seconds, so they say, before you lose control. Ooh, are you online? Why am I getting... The Chicago Center isn't online. That would be why the ATIS is up. Alright, cool. So, Chicago Center is online. Alright. Let's go ahead and contact Chicago Center 3487. Alright, 3487. Here we go. And that's what happened. I guess this guy started losing the flight computers that were going to keep him flight stable. And so he ejected on out of there, pulled the chute, ejected, which was the right thing to do. 34,875. Obviously, I don't know that I don't have the full report in front of me. Obviously, it may be another year or two before they actually do the full investigation and come out with the report. But that's why he pulled the chute, got out of there. The airplane was still flying around because it hadn't quite lost everything, but it was enough where you weren't going to have controllability of the airplane. So they flew around for a little bit and then landed in the field somewhere. So they recovered it, manhunt over, and nope, there is no finders keepers.
But want to follow my flight plan as failed. I'm on the way to the runway 09 right.
Partner 544, Roger. Let me know when you have the ATIS. Runway 9er right. Taxi via Mike Delta Zulu. Cross runway 4 left. Hold short. Runway 9er center.
Taxi via Mike Delta Zulu. Runway 09. And I have the ATIS.
United 2331 Heavy, runway 9er left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 9er left, United 2231.
Center United 3318. It's flight level 320. We're just about over Detka at this time. Information Sierra reset up for the ILS 9er Center.
United 3318 Chicago Center, ident. Correction, let me get a code for you. United 3318, reset your transponder, squawk 0022.
0022 coming your way for United 3318. Here we go. We have our transponder code 0022. That's in there. I can ident if we want to. Boop. Ident. I'm actually shocked that there's...
Radar contact 10 west to Victory, cross river at a maintain, flight level 200.
Ready, will cross river at maintain, flight level 200 for United 3318.
On the 20, say indicated airspeed.
I already forgot that altitude. I think he said 200.
Lufthansa 20, say indicated airspeed.
330, not.
Roger. United 3318, transition 290 knots or less.
Transition at 290 knots or less, and what was that altitude across river at again for United 3318?
United 3318, river at a maintain, flight level 200.
River on maintain, flight level 200. Thank you for United 3318, and 290 or less on the transition. We gotcha. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll manage, and we'll manage. That all looks good. We're already high on the profile. So,
110, maintain 330 knots, and United for 3028.
we'll go ahead slowly get the speed brakes out. I don't like just diving down like at an insane rate of speed. And I'm just gonna make it so that the level off arrow meets our other descent arrow there.
United 2331 heavy, right turn Mike 1 south on Mike, cross 4 left, hold short, 9 center.
There we go.
Standby, we'll vacate when we can, United 231.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Hi. Got all the speed brakes up. We are in a 320, so half speed brakes is all you get. So right now, if you look, right, we're at half speed brakes, right? We're in a 320, half speed brakes. You see it's in a detent. Now watch as I go full speed brakes. Nothing. Nothing. So the only way to get more speed brakes out in a 320 is to disconnect the autopilot. I'm not going to do that, but that's the only way to do it. We're not going to make that crossing restriction. That's alright. We got our line too late and he gave it to us too late. It is what it is. We'll slow down at 290 knots once we do level off though.
United 2331 heavy south on Mike, cross 4 left, hold short, runway 9 center, and where do you park?
So on Mike and looking for the Bravo gate. Take Bravo 16, please.
Also, who is below
United
us?
2331 heavy, roger. Cross 4
Below
left on Mike, hold short,
6,000
runway
feet
9
below
center,
us.
contact.
Okay, I'll slow it back up once we level off here. Oh, not bad. 1,500 feet high. Still terrible. Alrighty, we got Alt Star.
United 2321.
Chicago Center, what runway can we expect for...
Gonna go ahead and bring the speed brakes back in.
Clip down to 20. Let me know when you got the ATIS at O'Hare, and then I'll let you pick from the advertised runways.
What you pick from the Wow, guy.
Chicago Center, good afternoon. United 2427 has information Sierra. We're at Bravo 20. Request push to start onto Uniform Alpha.
United 2427, thank you for the ATIS. Push onto the Uniform Alpha line, tail east.
Alrighty, since we do have center online, I'm gonna go ahead and go into here because this is gonna throw off my whole descent profile. Well,
United 3318, cross fire at a maintain 1000 and 300 knots. O'Hare altimeter 3028.
already we're across fire at 11,000 and 300 knots for United 3318. Alrighty, there's 11.
3318, same to you. Let me know when you get the ATIS at O'Hare, and we'll pick a runway after that.
Oh yeah, I already told you I have information here and I'm set up for the ILS 9 center.
United 3318, roger, plan ILS, runway 9 center approach.
We'll plan for that. United 3318, thanks. Alrighty, fire at maintain 11,000. Tajitos. Boom. We'll put that in. And there we go. How high are we? Progress. 2,000 feet high? I'm tending not to believe it. Alrighty. So let's go into here. We will delete the restriction I had because it's going to mess up our planning, our descent planning. Excellent. Now, you see how we have the little heartbeat little arrow here? Looks like a heart monitor. Boop boop. Boop boop. That means if we go half speed brakes right now, it will catch our profile
2348
at that heartbeat.
Radar service terminated.
So
Change approved.
that's what we'll do. We'll go half speed brakes. As you can see, they are at half speed brakes. We'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on. Wing lights are on. We'll transition. We got 3028, 3028. Set once, twice, and thrice. We need to check our status. That looks good. And I'll put the performance approach page up over here. Excellent. Let's do a descent checklist. Altimeters. We got 3028. Auto brake. Low. Perf approach page set. Arrival briefing. With the to arrival. Visual approach. Backed up with the ILS. To runway. Niner center. Status. Check. Descent checklist is complete. We are back on profile. Excellent. So now that we're back on profile, I'll go ahead and accelerate to 300 knots here. There we go. Do I still have someone below me? I do not know. How far ahead are they? I have no clue. They're way below me.
427, the crew actually wants to push us all the way back to Gulf, so we need to request push on to Gulf, please.
United 2427. In that case, hold the push. We got one inbound, then I'll get you out.
Okay, hold push. United 2427.
Let's see.
United 2331 heavy cross runway 9er center on
I do not need you.
Runway 9er right.
I would like. Okay, so Niner center. And then we're parking at like B20, B21, something like that. So that's right there, right there off of Golf. So when we land, let's plan on, we're landing on this runway. So let's plan on like Echo 4, Mike, or Tango Tango. We can take that straight on in.
I forgot it. Did you have the ATIS?
They might give us Golf going this way. Usually this goes only one direction, which is this way. So he might have us come back this way to Romeo, cross that Romeo, and then we'll take Golf back around. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. I don't know. We'll just do whatever he says, but we're gonna park somewhere like right in this area. So I will leave that as is, right there. All right. Yep, that looks good. So I'll put that there. Bring back up the arrival. Excellent.
Heavy on Mike, cross runway 9er right, right turn Gulf to the Northport today.
Cross Mike and taxi Gulf.
All that blue out there. That's like blue as far as you can see. That's why these lakes are called the Great Lakes. These are huge. Absolutely huge.
Martin Air 544, runway 9er right, line up and wait.
Can you repeat it? Martin Air 544?
Martin Air 544, runway 9er right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait.
United 2427, give way to the heavy Dreamliner coming behind you from your left side to your right side. Then your push is approved onto Golf.
Alright, give way to the Dreamliner, then push approved onto Golf. Do you want us facing the west again for United 2427?
Yeah, that'd probably be the best. We'll take you out through the southport there.
Okay, face west, United at 2427.
Martin Air 544, turn right heading 180, runway 9er right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Martin Air 544.
Martin Air 544 on departure, turn right heading 180.
Turn right heading 180.
Kilo Center, Zulu 0 heavy. I'll just need to confirm that the last three waypoints for runway 09 center, wind 2 approach, is Possum, Carl, and Bugsy.
This guy. He should probably log offline.
No, you should be Pappy, Tubes, Vulcan, Kirk, Bambi for 9 center.
Yeah, we just had some problems with our FMC. It didn't let us first put the 09 center, but now it seems to be having the 10 left waypoint, but just changed the runway. So I'm gonna try to fix it. If I can't fix it in 2 minutes, I'll come back with you.
Roger. Lufthansa 20 Heavy, descend to maintain 10,000, maintain 3009.
I wonder what airplane this guy is in.
Maintain 100, flaggable. Maintain 300, Lufthansa 0 Heavy.
Chicago Center, good evening, Walker 3802, sorry for the late call at flyable 350, Mark 82.
Alright, looks like we've leveled off here at 11E, 11,000.
Walker 3802, flyable
300 knots, looking good. Let's go ahead and just seat the flight attendants now for arrival. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. There we go. We'll go ahead and ring them into sterile.
Contact 38 Northwest to Tumwell.
Chicago Center, November 883, Mike Papa on the ground at P.
We're like barely 5 miles behind this guy. I can't see him out the window, but he's somewhere out there.
I think it's a gateway TRACON. They're closed. You can continue the Unicom if
Oh,
you're headed
there he
north.
is.
Maybe call
Hello.
about 30 north of Peoria or so, or if you climb above 10.
Right here, will do. See Mike Papa.
Oh yeah, we're following this guy in.
544, Chicago departure, radar contact, stay altitude.
Current altitude is about 250 feet.
Martin Air 544, climb in, maintain 15,000, cleared direct, earned.
Climb to 15,000, direct turn.
Let's see. What be really? Don't worry about it, guy.
318, descend to maintain 10,000, maintain 300 knots.
Done a 10,000 and 300 knots for United 3318. Alright, 10, set. No need to go open. Let's just go 500 feet per minute, 600 feet per minute. That's literally just 1,000 feet. We'll maintain 300 knots until he gives us a lower altitude. So remember, the next altitude he gives us, we want to make sure that we slow before we go. Alright, because Kirk for United 3318. Alrighty, so we will proceed direct to Kirk.
200 at 4, turn right, heading 200, runway 10
Kirk
left to Delta.
looks good. Alrighty. We'll throw in a beam points because why not, and we'll insert that. Oh, come on now. Alrighty, direct to Kirk, how about that? Kirk, insert. Jeez. How does a beam points break you? That's weird. That's a weird one.
United 2427, runway
We're leveling
10
off
left
here
to
at
Delta,
10,000.
Southport. Uniform 7, Alpha, Delta Delta. The taxiway's down there south of the North Port. A little bit weird, just do something that makes sense and gets you to Delta Delta.
Okay, just confirm it's taxi via Southport. Uniform.
There's the Chicago skyline slowly coming into view.
10 left for United 2427.
That's correct.
Beautiful city of Chicago, right on the lakefront. I mean, if you lived up here, who wouldn't want to have a lakefront property? All of this right in front of your house. Absolutely stunning. You've got to get up here and like the summertime and just be up in the upper Midwest during the summertime. You gotta love it. Alrighty. Back in here, we're going to focus a little bit more. Let's go ahead and begin our recording. Excellent. Recording has been started. And let's go ahead and get rid of our in-flight entertainment. Thank you very much for your service.
Reduce speed to 250, then descend to maintain 8,000.
Reduce speed 250 and descend maintain 8,000. Through heavy.
He has us high and fast, just like they like it.
United 3318, reduce speed to 250, then descend and maintain 7000.
Alrighty, 250, 7000, United 3318. Alrighty, so first, like I said, we're going to go 250. We're going to set but not select our altitude. We don't want that quite yet. Let our speed come back. I'm going to bring out about a quarter speed brakes. There we go. Quarter speed brakes is in there. Excellent. As we get closer to 250 knots, once that arrow touches my speed, the trend arrow touches speed, I'm going to just go ahead and pull. There we go, just like that, and then I'm going to let the airplane slowly begin its thing. See, it takes the airplane a minute to think about it before it goes down. Excellent. And now, I'll go ahead and bring the speed brakes all the way out to half.
13218, thanks a lot.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
2904, airborne climbing at 3,200 for 5,000, heading 200.
American 2904, Chicago, departure radar contact, climb maintain 15,000.
Climb maintain 15,000, American 2904.
Alrighty. We're about 8 for 7. I'm going to start bringing the speed brakes back in slowly. Everything is nice and smooth. Excellent. 8 for 7.
United 3318, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, United 3318. So, for that set, we'll go ahead and pull open descent there. Bring our speed brakes back in again. Here we go, slowly deploying our speed brakes, slowly deploying our speed brakes. There's the airport there. Alright, still in the speed brakes now. Wow, you can see downtown Chicago just above the spoiler board there. Yeah. Back up front.
And I'll have on course for you in about a minute.
Oh, roger, sir, no worries. Thank you.
Little pocket of turbulence here and there. So I'll go direct to Mythe, and I'll do a radial end, so we'll do direct to Mythe. We'll do a radial in. I'm going to activate the approach phase since I have my speed. There we go. Excellent. And once he turns us off the arrival, I'll activate our direct to. We're 5 for 4.
November Lima, Neo for American 2904.
Just a pocket. Just a little pocket of turbulence here and there. And let's see, is tower online? I don't want to get another surprise.
318 turned left heading 180, reduce speed to 210.
Left turn to 180, 210 on the speed, United 3318. Alrighty, there we go, 180.
American 41 headed level 430, track to Victoria, 44 miles.
There we go. So, like I said, we'll activate that. We'll need to pull. Why would you do that? You're not acting like you should be acting, Airbus. There we go. Excellent. And then 210 on the speed. That's the very occasional bump. That's the thing. It's a very occasional bump. Excellent. Oof. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna increase the ref speed. We'll see when we get down there. It's the occasional bump, but it's like a very rough occasional bump. Like, it's to the point where I'm like a little uncomfortable putting flaps 1 in. I'll do it once we get all the way down to the exact speed, but that way I have a little bit of a buffer, and that's why you want to be VFE next -10, just in case you catch that little bit of gust. There's go. Flaps 1 speed verify. You got a little bit of buffer to play with.
And Noble 01, would the southeast quadrant of the Chicago Heights CME be acceptable for your maneuvering?
Sure, you're just gonna fly me past the localizer? Gotta love
United
online
3318,
controls.
sorry for the late turn, left turn 080, join the Niner Center localizer.
080, join the 9 center localizer, United 3318. Alrighty.
Down to 20 heavy,
Ooh,
heading
trying to load.
360, reduce speed to 210.
There we go. It captured. Low capture. Beautiful. Beautimus.
Nova 01, if the airspace is too busy, let us know what you need, and I'll go there.
Got our shadow flying across the ground there.
Noble 01, yeah, tell you what,
Whew.
clear fly the
Really?
eastern half of the Chicago Heights CME.
What is this random tall building in Chicago? Or outside Chicago?
30, the flight level 180.
You see that, chat? There's just like this random tall thing. Building sitting out there. Alrighty. There's no tower or ground controller.
From me, maintain 4,000 until established on a localizer, cleared ILS, runway 9 center approach.
Alrighty, 4,000 until established, cleared for the ILS runway 9 center approach for United 3318. Alrighty.
United 3318, maintain 180 knots or greater to easel.
180 or better to easel for United 3318. Alrighty, so 180 or better. We'll go ahead and begin that slow down now.
So down to 20 heavy, descend and maintain 4,000.
Oof, I am not liking this. Glide slope capture set the missed approach altitude. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. That is set. Alrighty. So it's a little windy out right now. I actually may elect to go flaps 3. Let's just go ahead and do that. Flaps 3. And we'll change that on here. Excellent. And then because it's a little windy, let's go 143. Add a few extra knots for the gust. Excellent.
Oh, it's down to 20 heavy. Looks like you're turning already. Okay, you can turn right, hitting 060. Enjoying the runway.
Not a fan. The Windy City is living up to its name, chat. That is quite alright.
060, rotating to Travis.
Wheel times at 20 heavy on that 060 heading, join the runway 9 center localizer.
I can't even, it's so windy, I can't even get the next level of flaps out, chat. Come on, wind, stop it. Stop it. Alright, gear down. We're not playing with this anymore. Flaps 2, speed verified. Let's just go ahead and manage up our speed.
Can I ask which runway?
Do you have the ATIS?
Yes, I have multiple choices.
Yep. You tell me the magical letter on the ATIS, and then you tell me which runway you'd like of those 3.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, you gotta love.
United 3318, runway 9 center, clear to land.
9 center, clear to land, United 3318. This is not fun. Alright, we are clear to land.
You can come right to 120.
Dude,
You are 3.
slow the F down. What the heck, airplane?
Runway 9 center approach.
I've never seen an airplane not slow down with the gear down.
20, maintain 4,000 feet until established localizer. 1 correction 09 center, heavy.
Flaps 3. Speed verified. Good lord. I don't think... They did something weird with the flight model. I've never seen the airplane with gear down and flaps 2 not slow down. Alrighty. Before landing checklist altimeters, we got 3028 and 1580. Engine mode norm. Landing gear down 3 green. Landing gear down 3 green. ECAM memo is landing no blue. Before landing checklist is complete, I will add... Oh, it's too late to add any speed. May the odds be ever in my favor. This is absolutely nuts right now. We are clear to land, by the way. Flaps 3. Are you going to settle in? Are you not going to settle in? Alrighty. Autopilot's off. Here we go. For stable target, sync 8.
And if it won't work, you can make it an at or above, just as long as you're somewhat close.
Okay, if you can clear me to 100 or above, we'll be good.
100 above.
Continuing a little low, but correcting. Back on path. Putting the nose back down to get back down. Excellent.
100.
Excellent. Looking good.
40. 30.
I'm at idle.
Retard.
Whoop.
5.
Minus 416, chat. It is what it is.
American 41 looking for awake 10, right 10.
There's 80 knots.
American 41, Ryder, plan on RNAV approach, runway 10 center.
RNAV 10 center.
There's 60 knots. We'll go manual braking, auto brakes off. And let's see where we are, chat. Echo 4 is this next forward high speed. Alrighty, bring it out of idle reverse.
3318 right turn, Echo 4. Where do you park?
Echo 4, looking at Bravo, 19, 20, 21, somewhere around there.
United 3318 Ryder, left turn Echo, right on Mike, hold short, runway 9 right on Mike.
Alrighty, Echo Mike short of 9er right on Mike for United 3318. Alrighty, so we'll take Echo and Mike flaps up. There we go. We'll disarm our speed brakes. Do not need our flight directors or LS push buttons anymore. We will go ahead and get rid of the landing lights.
On Mike, cross runway 9 right turn golf to park at 8.
Alrighty, at Mike cross 9 right, golf to park for United 3318. You have a great day. Thanks for the ATC. Appreciate it. Alrighty.
Thanks for the work. Take care.
There we go. The Windy City really living up to its name of being windy. Oh yeah, the Fenix does that sometimes. Yeah, I don't know what the airplane was doing there. You saw me lose my cool there for a second. Like, what are you doing? Airplane, I do not understand. Divide by 0, does not compute, whatever. Also, I did realize, I was like, man, the Fenix has been flying super weird lately. And like you said, I've noticed that with this new update, like gear down, flaps 2, it should slow down immediately. Like it is, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The airplane will slow down at flaps 2 gear down. For some reason, it's not doing it with this new update. I think they may have changed the drag model on the flaps. Well, I know they did. But we'll turn right here on golf. But
Lufthansa 20 heavy, right turn Echo 4, left turn Echo.
Outside of that, I was like, man, the airplane has just been flying super weird for me lately. And I was like, I wonder if my profile is right. And then I got to thinking, I was like, well, the last few airplanes I flew was the A300 and the 777. And I had changed my profile on my joystick for those airplanes. Alright, I have way too many airplanes here.
Yeah, right on Echo, then.
Let's go ahead and...
Tango? You have such weird taxiways, my bad.
Well, I guess we'll park right beside this RJ. How about that?
Back taxi, runway 4 left, hold short, runway 9 right on the tab, runway 4 left.
It's close enough to where I need to be. I like how they just kind of like faked this whole area down here.
Runway 4 left, hold short, runway 9 right on runway 4 left.
Check on 04 left, hold short of 9 right.
Alrighty, we'll park it right here. This is pretty close, to where the actual flight parked. Not 100%, but there we go.
Lufthansa 20 heavy, are you going to the international terminal?
I don't think Lufthansa knows exactly where they're going.
I assume.
Lufthansa 20 Heavy on runway 4 left, cross runway 9 right, left turn Golf, Tango Tango, Alpha, Alpha 18, Victor to International
Alright.
Gate.
Looks good enough for Gamma work. And per our usual, we will not
Victor and to the international
deplane. What I'll do is I will stop our recording. There we go. We shall log off of VATSIM. Thank you for your service. Really do appreciate that. And we will go ahead and load up the replay. Let's see. Load. There we go. Thought I had loaded it up already. I guess not. Alright, here we go. We shall hit play. Do all the things. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Oh, it's got the switches wherever it wants the switches. Sweet deal. So I don't have to worry about that. We'll go ahead and release the parking brakes. Excellent. And let's go ahead and we will fast forward. We're somewhere there. Alright, there we are. Like, the airplane just did not want to slow down, and I have no clue why. That's, you usually will get, like I said, landing gear, down, flaps 2 or more, the airplane's just gonna slow down. I don't care how windy it is. It's not going to hang out at like 170 knots. It will, the drag on the gear and the drag at flaps 2 is just so great that it will slow down. So that was frustrating me. That's something I got to start thinking about more, especially in the 321 seems to be okay, but for some reason a 319 and a 320, it just does not want to slow down. We'll see later tonight. I'll be in a 319, so we'll see if it has the same issue. If it refuses to slow down with the gear down and flaps 2. Smash, smash. That's it. Okay, I don't think that's right. Minus 65 feet per minute. I don't think that's correct. I think you are a liar. Alright, let's rewind that and take another quick look at it from this angle, though. Oh, let's do this angle. How about that? Oh, not the smoothest, but I mean, it's a windy day. I'm gonna keep making excuses. You know me, I'm gonna keep making excuses until, you know, I get a reason to. Oh, look at that. Right over the threshold right there. Let's get it from this angle first. Look at the crosswind. There's definitely a crosswind coming from the right. Release it. Landed in the crab. That's okay. Took the crab out after we touched down. That's one way. So that is one way to do it, especially in the Airbus, since it's fly-by-wire. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're here trying to decrab the airplane, because you're still in normal law, and it does not like to be decrabbed in normal law. You have to wait until you're in direct law. So what some people will do is, instead, if you notice what I did here, I literally just landed it in the crab. That's one technique. Now, if you weren't going to land it in the crab, say right just about there. So right just about here is where you want to begin your decrab maneuver. Slowly put in that left rudder and slowly dip that right wing down. And it has to be ever so slow, because if you do it too fast, then that right wing is going to swing forward, get more lift, and it's actually going to make the left wing dip. And now you're going to be in this left-right oscillation. I'll take it. Where was that touchdown? I mean, it was in a crab, but just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. past the touchdown zone marker, and I ain't mad about that. Wow. Alrighty. I mean, Chicago is another one of those airports that looks absolutely massive. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get a good shot from this angle here. We'll go ahead and disable you. Excellent. And what do we want to do? Back it up a little bit. There we go. Right over the trees. Excellent. Beautiful. I mean, the landing rate monitor was showing it harder than it, you know, what, I forget what it said, 400 something feet per minute, which is not the best, not bad, but simply put, not the best. Alrighty, everyone. Let's head up to the flight deck for our final replay. Let's go ahead. I will bring this camera back into lock mode. We'll head back up onto the flight deck for our final replay here. Let's go backwards. Sweet deal. Excellent. I will go ahead and release that. We get everything going that way. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, you can see the wings rocking back and forth. It is definitely a windy day up in the Windy City. Hopefully it gets a little bit better there. But we'll find out later tonight. Until I see you again on our stream this evening, have luck, Sprisk, anyone who is listening in and enjoying the stream in the background while you do whatever it is that you do on a Thursday afternoon. Thanks for coming out and spending a little bit of time with me. Till I see you tonight, I'm Grey Eagle. Peace.